Hello, family. This is Charles Thomas coming at you again. Trying to simplify and explain to you the condition that we find ourselves in as a people, collectively, and how we have been broken by Christianity. Christianity happens to be the witchcraft of the Catholic Church. And I say witchcraft because it has showed us so much wickedness, pain, and suffering. I have nothing good to say about Christianity other than it's been our crisis as a people, not our salvation. And I'm gonna start by opening up with the Fatiha, and then we're gonna get into the subject of the matter of the pain and the suffering of Christianity. Okay, I'm gonna pray the Fatiha. In the name of righteousness, most gracious and most merciful, all praises are due to righteousness, the Lord of all the worlds, most gracious and most merciful, Master of the day of judgment. Thee alone do we worship, and thine aid do we seek. Show us the straight way, the way of those on whom thou hast bestowed thy grace, not those whose portion is wrath, nor those who go astray from righteousness. Ashe, Ashe. Thank the ancestors. Now, in order to me to make this clear to you, we have to go back to Genesis in the beginning when God created man. And this is from my previous video. That he took the original man, Adam, and he put his spirit into that original Adam. And in order for that original man to be righteous, he had to extract all the evilness out of that person. The wickedness, the hatred. He extracted that from the original Adam so that he would be a righteous person. And that happens to be the bloodline of the melanin people. Now, the extraction that was taken from the original man, Adam, that bloodline was called the woe man because he was minus righteousness. And from that bloodline of woe man, the story goes into Cain and Abel that committed the murder. And Cain and Abel bloodline, and you can track him all through the Bible. The woe man, the sinister side of the original man that was extracted from the original Adam. And Adam was made righteous. So he had to extract the unrighteousness from Adam in order for the melanin people to be righteous. That's your talent as a people, is righteousness. Unrighteousness comes under the woe man. And it's all through the Bible, the story of the woe man and the behavior of the woe man. He is a very disobedient entity. And you read about it, but you don't understand because the preachers are giving you the slave interpretation of the Bible. Every Sunday when you go to church, you are given a slave rendition of that book that they created, the King James Version. The real Bible comes from the Church of Ethiopia. Lalibela, they have the original Bible that the woe man took and rewrote a religion and created a religion for you to worship something on the outside of you. This is what the woe man did, to get you to believe in an image on the outside of you, when it's clear that God gave you everything. Righteousness is within you. But because the Catholic Church wants you to worship something on the outside of you so that he can control and manipulate you and torment you to believing in a false image. Now let's get back on the trail of this woe man and the different stories and different scenarios that's in that book that they call the King James Version. When Abraham was dying, the woe man told the younger son to disguise himself as the older son so that Abraham can bless the wrong son. You follow me? Okay. Then in the story of Samson and Delilah, the woe man tore the gown from Joseph's back because of his beauty. His righteousness was his beauty. In the story of Job, the woe man told Joseph, to curse God and die. The woe man. And Joseph, his other brothers had a different mother from Joseph. And the other brothers, I think it was 11 or 12 of them, they're the ones that decided to throw him in the well instead of murdering him. But the woman that they was their father of, they were jealous of his righteousness and the relationship that he had with his father. Right? Now follow this woman, that evil entity that's running to and fro and deceiving who he can. And he's using religion. And if you recall, Legion was one of the devils that was thrown out of heaven. That's the entity that they created religion from. That demon, that angel that was casted out. And in the story of Sodom and Gomorrah, that woe man that looked back was destroyed. Okay, and then the woe man and John the Baptist, after she finished the dance of the 7 veils, that woe man asked for the head of John the Baptist on a platter. The woe man is the evil that was taken from Adam, the original Adam, the righteous Adam, in order to make Adam a righteous person, which is the bloodline of the melanin people, the melanin race. That's why your melanin is so important. And that's why the non-melanin people broke us and made us slaves. Your only connection to your Creator, it is that covenant of righteousness, the agreement that he had with Adam. The woe man is causing you to break that relationship by you worshiping religion and depending on religion to be your salvation. Religion is your demise. The woe man is not your friend. The woe man is your enemy. The woe man is the spirit that was taken from Adam, that evilness, that deception, that thirst for blood. Okay, let's go back to Zechariah 5. There was these 2 angels They were carrying a lead box. And in that box, when they opened it, he seen the woman in that box. And they was taking that woman and they was building an altar to place and to release that woman. And that place that they released the woman, it happened to be Babylon. The Roman Empire. Babylon. And that flying scroll, that document that was flying, happened to be the New Testament. The New Testament turns you against the Old Testament. They, the Catholic Church, said that they created this New Testament and to discard the Old Testament. But in Deuteronomy 28, it says, if you break this covenant, I'll make you a slave to another people, and that people will not show you any mercy. Look at our condition as a people. They stole your identity. The woman, he would not tell you the truth because he has fear of the truth. He can't handle the truth. Righteousness is your only salvation to freeing yourself from the woman. Let your Creator take care of the woman. You go back to believing in the covenant of righteousness to deliver you. This is our rapture as a people, is going back to that covenant of righteousness. There's no religion that can help you. There's nothing on the outside of you that can help you. We have to nurture the righteousness that is within us and believe in righteousness, not in religion. Look at what happens to us under religion. Christ means crisis. That's all you've been put in, is a crisis. And the only way out of that crisis is your righteousness. I hope this can be a help to you to understand that your talent is righteousness. And the second Adam, his talent is lying and deception and bloodshed. That's the woman. Because it was the fact that the woman was released in Rome. So the Catholic Church changed woman, and he changed the name of woman into Roman. The Roman Legion. The Roman religion. You have to circumcise yourself away from religion. You have to create and do your own circumcision. Nobody can do it but you. And the information that you need is to reverse what's in the book. Don't believe in that book. That book is what they use to put you to sleep. So we have to use the same book to wake you up. You have to understand what the truth that's in that book. The only truth that's in that book is your obedience to the law of righteousness. This is righteousness talking to you. Don't look at my face. My spirit is talking to you, just like the spirit of the prophets. No prophet was better than the other prophet. They all spoke righteousness. You can't look at the individual. You can't say that one prophet is better than the other prophet. The righteousness was the conduit that was going through those prophets. And it was all righteousness. It wasn't religion. And Moses explicitly said, stay away from religion. Abraham said, stay away from religion. So we've been bamboozled as a people. Think about that until next time we get together again. My name is Charles Thomas. My YouTube channel is Epronsign, Spiritual Leverage, the number 2, and the letter U. Spiritual Leverage to you. Follow my conversation flow. Because we're living in a time of rapture. You got to come out of the grave of religion. And you know it's a grave based on what it's treated you and how it thinks about you. It outright lies to you. It's not your salvation, it's your death for being disobedient to the covenant of righteousness. So let's end this conversation with a prayer of righteousness and for righteousness. In the name of righteousness, most gracious and most merciful, all praises are due to righteousness, the Lord of all the worlds, most gracious and most merciful, Master of the day of judgment. Thee alone do we worship, and thine aid do we seek. Show us the straight way, the way of those on whom thou hast bestowed thy grace, not those whose portion is wrath, nor those who go astray from righteousness. Ashe, Ashe, and thank you, ancestors. Ashe.